little bit of a different content, but that's what this channel's all about. It's all about just throwing some consumable content out there. So today on RC Guy Garage, we're gonna see if we can wash this piece of garbage. So this is a 1999 VW TDI Turbo Beetle. So we're gonna see if we can get some of the mold and garbage on this thing that has been on this thing for quite a while, and then I might go ahead and hit up this. We're doing this literally off the rip. So is it possible for this setup to clean this car and get all of this crap off of here? I'm gonna try it out with a 25 nozzle first. We'll see what happens. This is the Ryobi 1200 psi 1.8 gallons per minute automotive detail. Like, this is what it's designed for. So we'll see. Does it actually do the job? Can it work? I'm hoping so, because if it does, it's gonna help me keep all of my garbage clean over here. I might even go ahead and clean up Jaguar a little bit, but it'll be kind of like a cool thing to see. So we'll see if this works. Close the hood on this thing for now. We got the nice prop rod going on because I got to replace this piston, but we're not going to clean the engine compartment. That's not necessary for this. If this works, maybe we'll kind of do that, but just going to wash this car and see how this thing works. So you see that nice hood prop rod there? You need it, guy. Otherwise, you're going to be wearing that thing on your head. So, yeah. Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know, dude. The Camaro's got no trunk lid and it rained. You know what? It's a car, dude. If it can't take a little bit of rain entering the interior, I guess it depends upon how much a little bit of rain is. But anyways, you can see this stuff is literally stuck on here, okay? When it gets wet, you can kind of like massaginate it off, but this stuff is really on there. So we'll see if this is gonna work out. I've already primed it. There's a couple of things that I wasn't too keen on right away out of the gate, the way the hose was wrapped. So it was like nicely coiled majority of the way, but when they got to one end, the bands or whatever that they put on it, the hose was like wrapped opposite, so it kind of put like a bend on it. Now in the, you know, bright sun, which we don't have any right now, in the bright sun it might be fine. Maybe it'll kind of like, you know, heat up that hose and make it good. We already have water going to the system. I've already purged the air out of it by accident, kind of, sort of. But you want to make sure you do that because you don't want to run something like this dry. The other thing that I realized on this thing here was that it seems to talk very heavily about using pump protector fluid. Now, I've used pressure washers like my whole life, dude. And one pressure washer that I've got, it's a DeWalt. It's a real good quality. I think it's a 3600 PSI unit. Commercial grade, the whole deal. I've never used pump protective fluid in the entire ownership of that thing, and that thing has been through the ringer. Why am I not using it now? Well, because I wanted a small electric unit, see if these things are any good. So let's see. Does Ryobi have what it takes to clean up this piece of garbage looking car? We're gonna find out in this episode with RC Guy Garage. RC doesn't just stand for remote control guy. It's recreational content. And right now we're doing recreational stuff. So yeah. All right, let's see what we got here. I am recording, right? Did I just say all that shit? Okay, yeah. All right. So we're gonna go ahead and you can see I got the 25-degree nozzle on there. I have straight Dawn detergent in there at half. We're gonna see how that thing works, I'm not sure. So you can see 25-degree nozzle, no power, purged all the air out of it. Gonna go ahead and turn the unit on for the very first time. Okay, so that's the other thing you're going to want to keep in mind. Because of the way this hose has been coiled, like in the package, it's going to be kind of funky for a while. So let's get some pressure. Oh, wow, dude. Okay. So I can tell you right now, with the pressure that this thing is putting out, It's a 25-degree nozzle. With the pressure it's putting out for automotive use, this thing is going to be awesome. So look at how well it did. So granted, I mean, this has been sitting, this car has been sitting unwashed for, let's see, since 2015. Dude, I haven't washed it since. That's why it's got all the stuff on here. So that should come off pretty easy. But let's get a look at, see, even this mold and green algae even on the rusted wheels. Get a close-up thing here. Oh boy. It almost feels like it gains a little bit of pressure, like as it's going. Like it gained like a little extra pressure, so I'm gonna go ahead and just toss this on my head and keep cleaning, dude. Look at that. Made a nice line here. Might even switch it over to a, I think it's got a 15-degree nozzle and then like a 40 or something, but I might toss this on just to see what it does. Let's swap some things out here. I'm gonna go ahead and put the soap thing on as is. Didn't say anything about how to do it. Didn't say like there was a mix ratio or anything like that. Just said put the soap in the basket. Put the soap in the bucket. So I put the soap in the bucket. What's up there, buddy? Oh yeah, he likes stuff like that, huh, don't you? You like things like that. But like I said, this is just straight Dawn detergent. So we're gonna take that nozzle off, switch this on, play around with this thing. You can see counterclockwise is more soap, clockwise is less soap. So to shut it off, it's clockwise. To add more soap, it's counterclockwise. So I'm gonna have it to the 0 right now, and we'll see what this thing does. I'm really hoping this thing is a score, because I've been wanting something small just to kind of like get the job done. So, all right, pop that nozzle off, get 25. The other two nozzles are over there, and so let me show you. All right, sun's out, blue sky, it's coming. All right, so came with a 40-degree nozzle, nice big fan pattern. Came with a 25-degree nozzle, and then the 15, and obviously then the soaper. But it also came with this thing here, which is probably like a 15-inch extended reach, kind of bent angled thing there. It's got just a slight angle to it. So yeah, let's toss on the other thing. I'm gonna take this 25 with me. So, but we're gonna toss that thing on and see how this goes. See, he's all excited. Look at him, huh? You're all excited there, buddy. All right, so what does this thing do without it? I'm just curious. All right. Watch, probably says something in the warnings. Do not run. So, one thing that I thought was kind of odd at first, right? So, normal guns have not such a sweeping like angle, but it's like at the angle, like once you're going, it's like at a good angle for a pressure washer, if that makes any sense. So let's just add some soap here. There we go. Wow. Holy crap. Okay. Oh my God, dude. Look at that. Where am I on the dial here? So, where am I on the dial? So I got it like cracked open, what? A third? And it just did all of that? Granted, it's not thick. This isn't like car wash and soap. So let's just keep going. Let the kind of soap do its job. I'll spray the entire car down and might even hit the front of the trailer, see what that looks like. All right. So let's see where we are here. So, the only, oh, there we go. Can I turn it? Yeah. Damn, it's gonna use a lot of product. So let's dial this back just a touch. Wow. Holy crap. So we saw what the hood was looking like. Let's go give it a douse. I'm liking this thing, man. Damn. I'm gonna hit the trailer right now. Huh. I'm gonna dial it up all the way, see what happens. So it doesn't like super add foam. Seems like it don't have to have it on much of a thing there. Like I said, the hose is a little weird because of the way it was in the package. It's probably going to be a pain for a while until you get it kind of like, get the front here. Doesn't really put on the soap like extra thick, but it is putting soap on. So see how it's not like staying, it's almost like it's too much water. And again, like I said, this is just dish soap. So I'm gonna go ahead and pop this off. What I wanted to see, I just wanted to see like, if I just touch it with my finger. Okay, so it's still really on there. So yeah. Let's see the hood. So it really didn't soften it up. That stuff is really on there. I mean, this is years of just stuff stuck on here. So I am seeing dirt lines though from here. So that's a good thing. See the dirt line? Look at all the algae, all the green. So, produces soap. It's just really not thick. But will it generally wash a car? Probably. I mean, it is kind of looking semi-cleaner. So, let's throw on the 25-degree nozzle. I might switch over to the 15. I'll do the 20. I'm going to do the 25 first. But I might switch over. This camera feels like it's going to fall over my head, dude. There we go. That's a little bit better. So I got the 15 and I got the 25. So I'll toss the 25 on. I wish these were the auto snap-ons without the pullback. It is a little funky right now, but if I grab, see, the coil of the hose is a little odd, like I was saying before. See what I'm saying? Like, the way it's coiled, it's not, you're gonna have to like uncoil it. See what I'm saying? Kind of funky. Not the best hose in the world, but we'll see. Put this little extension piece on. Now it's got the angle to it. Put that on. So this, you can now kind of go like this. Oh, there we go. All right. More of a hard to reach area. See, I'm used to two-handed, because my pressure washers, you need two hands. Well, this is my pressure washer, but you know what I'm saying. Oh, that garbage that's stuck in the track. Years, dude. Years of garbage. I'm still used to high pressure, dude. Ultra high pressure. Now see, it's got removable lenses. It's actually really light on the hand. Don't ever put your hand in the way of a pressure washer. That was probably not a good thing to show. This one you're not gonna have any issues, but with a real unit, yeah, don't ever do that. So. Gone forever. At least this one, you don't kind of really have to worry. Not too shabby. It's got a nice long hose. Be able to get yourself around the vehicle and to keep the unit away because it is electric. Not too bad. I like it. Kind of just what the doctor ordered here. Just enough pressure to really just get it done. Clean up that TDI right there. Now see, that's a big positive. So I'll show you what I'm talking about. So a lot of times, like when you're washing with your hose and all that garbage, and you're trying to get into like the nooks and crannies and stuff, you really can't get in there sometimes unless you take like a brush or some aggressive like way of getting into these little areas right here. And with just one little pre-wash, and like again, this thing's sitting for as long as it has, it's working out pretty mint. So get all this garbage here. Holy crap. So I'm just gonna keep going on this thing, and I'll show you the end result. Did I go over to the hood yet? Let's go over to the hood. That's kind of where we'll do a half on the hood. So we'll do a half on the hood on my head, right? A half on the hood with my head. All right. So let's go that way. It's got enough pressure where it's kicking me. This has got rock chips and stuff too. Look at that. Let's take it off. I don't need the extended reach anymore. Switch over to a 15. Where's that 15? Let's see what the 15 looks like. Yeah, so you could definitely stand further away. Don't ever do this. Definitely got some force. So I like the, I actually like the 25. 25 is giving a good pattern. I don't think this machine is strong enough. Yeah, I think, all right, so let me explain something. So this is just coming from actual real world usage kind of deal, okay? Not professional or anything like that, just a regular guy using stuff. So when you minimize the nozzle, okay, so when you're taking that fan pattern and crimping it down, reducing it, use a better word. When you're taking that fan pattern and you're reducing it, what can happen is you're then asking more of the equipment. So the 25 is almost possibly giving like that same or very similar amount of spray, if you get what I'm saying. Where the 15, it's concentrating the pattern, so maybe like a more in-depth, like detail kind of situation, you can kind of concentrate that spray, and it might be bumped up just a little bit as far as how much force you're getting out of the water, but the 25 seems to be really good. I haven't tried the 40. Let's just pop in the 40 and see what that's like just for a second. Probably not gonna like the 40. We'll see. I mean, I'm not even giving it a chance. So it's definitely minimized. So the 40 would probably be good for like rinsing off if you wanted like a large pattern. The 25 kind of seems to be where it's at. Yeah. I'm liking how the 25 is like the force, the pressure. And like I was saying, so once you pull that trigger, the way certain things are designed, it's designed for your basic, just like a screw gun or a drill or whatever. They have like this scoop, and that's designed for your hand. So as this is kind of pushing back, oops, as this unit is kind of pushing back, it's going into that scoop of your hand. See what I'm saying? Like, and the way, see what I'm saying? Like, it's hard to explain. You kind of just got to know certain things. All right, it's doing work. So I'm gonna check back in once I'm done spraying this whole thing off, and get this thing cleaned up and What? You liking that thing, huh? You liking the pressure washer, huh, buddy? So anyways, it's like my dog. It's like my dog. Well, because he's my wife's dog. But it's like Daisy. Daisy, and as soon as she hears the backpack blower going, she like has to come over because she loves to bite the air. I'm gonna get this thing cleaned up and dude, that's 10 years. 10 years that this thing has been sitting not washed. Yeah. No, I hear you, guy. All right. I'll be back once this thing is done. I'm just gonna bring this up. I think, because I think it's kind of funny. So I'm not used to having a nozzle. All my wands are straight rods, or all my rods are straight rods. This one though, if you take it and flip it like this, it turns you into a lazy person. We don't have to bend over. It actually still feels like okay in the hand. Like it does have a slight downward thing. So what it's doing is it's going against my palm in that angle, but it makes it so, it's the lazy way, guy. Makes it so you can stand upright and still get the lower parts of the vehicle. The other thing too, with this angle, easier to get the undercarriage. Another thing to keep in mind, it's got like a bump nozzle. So meaning like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, so you could kind of like bump against, not that you ever want to, but if by accident you kind of bumped against the surface of the whatever you're doing, like automotive paint, it kind of has a little bit of protection, which is a good thing. What's up, Daisy? You up here for the water? You're a bonehead. So I'm over here doing stuff, and wouldn't you know it, do not do this with your dog. With this unit, it's a little bit more safer, and I'm gonna do it because I know my dog and I know how to control things. Watch this. All right. You gotta know when it gets to the eye area, let off the trigger. What a bonehead. She absolutely is she's a bonehead. Huh. But I could pressure wash my dog now, dude. I never even thought about that. Probably with the 40 degree or 45. It's a 40. It's a 40 or 45, whatever it is. What the hell is it? 40. So I could potentially put dog washing soap in the soap dispenser. Power wash my Mastiff, dude. Oh my god, dude. Taught her a very bad thing because now she loves this thing. Alright, she keeps coming over. What I was just trying to show you was like how much stuff is on the back of this bumper here. So, get her out of the way. But it's obviously collects on the bottom here. Look how quick it takes it off, dude. Now, nothing's going to replace the actual agitation of, you know, your hand on like a rag or washcloth or whatever you use to wash your car with. To be able to take off all the 10 years of crustiness that this car has allowed to grow on it, it's doing a damn good job, and it's going to make it definitely more presentable. So yeah, I know I said I was going to click back on when I was done, but look at this thing. Look at how nice this is looking. Oh man, what do you think, Daisy? Huh? You just want to be pressure washed in the face? So I've kind of been, in a way, done. I only did that one soap, right? I'm away from it just so I can like show you. Went out to go check the mail, okay? As I'm coming up to the car, you can see the painted section is already dry. The absolute sheen on some of this car, just from using this stuff, paint's still kind of in okay shape. This is a TDI, turbo diesel injection, and it's a 5-speed. This thing, I was able to get this thing to hypermile at 53 miles to the gallon. Hypermiled, like pissing people off behind me. See, my glasses are smoking up right now. I'm very happy with what I'm seeing here, dude. Look at how nice and clean this thing looks. Dang. I still got to wash off because some of the, I got the car re-dirty. Let me show you. I got the car re-dirtied because I just wanted to hit the trailer real quick. Dude, this is just like passing. Like, just taking the crap off. And look at how nice and shiny it looks. Granted, it's still wet, but you can kind of tell. Yeah, of course. Paint looks shiny when it's wet, but looks shiny when it's dry too. And this thing's, it's got all kinds of debris on it. All kinds of, look at all the yellow. So anyways, RC Guy Garage, and this is the first kind of review of the Ryobi 1200 PSI Automotive, dude. Automotive pressure washer, 1.8 gallons per minute. Now, as far as like all those specs and things, my guess is that under the absolute most perfect conditions, you'll probably reach those specs. But what you need to feel is actually when the unit is in hand. It's not overbearing. And the reason why I say overbearing is because this product is more intended for, honestly, somebody like me, but people that might not have stamina, strength in their body, core, whatever. I will tell you one thing though, pressure washing, it'll get you active. Like for a person that's non-active, grab one of these pressure washers and it's kind of like a dual situation, dude. You'll be losing weight because you'll be out there cleaning your cars. You'll be doing something that probably you never did before. And it's different. It's, you're not necessarily super fighting like my 3600. That thing, dude, you gotta fight that thing. Like, I mean, that's a two-handed operation thing, man. You put that trigger in your hands and you light it off, that nozzle's kicking back, dude. So yeah, this thing's a go so far, dude. And like I said, granted, this is just the first like reaction. Didn't even do an unboxing, but maybe like later I'll kind of like do a video that kind of shows you what you get in the box and how it comes. So yeah, so anyways, RC Guy Garage, recreational content, bringing to you that Ryobi pressure washer. Is it a go? Yeah, but don't forget, go on Amazon or whatever and go ahead and get your pump oils or whatever that stuff is, the pump something, pump saver or pump foam or whatever the heck it is. What it's supposed to do is it's supposed to like keep the pump and seals and all that stuff kind of lubricated. It's very easy to do. It's like $8 a can. Not sure exactly how long it lasts for because like I said, I never used it before, but because Ryobi in their manual is like all over the place talking about pump protection and all that stuff, if you want to keep this unit for a long time, I mean, you just spent $150. If you want to keep this unit for a long time, go ahead and do like the recommended things that they say to do. So, you know, I mean, cost you $8, whatever, maybe, who knows, maybe you can use it a couple times. Supposedly what you do is you put it in and you spray it until it starts to come out the other end, and then yeah, then you can store it, and at least it's got some kind of protection. So I'm out here power washing vehicles, bringing to you, and dude, don't think that you can't use this on an RC car. I'm gonna show you. It's not like she's thirsty. She's literally got water everywhere around this house. And I don't mean just puddles. Bowls of water. Front deck, back deck. Whatever, dude.